Hey, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to another card of the day. And today is Friday, and today's card of the day is going to be the Wardrobe, Belle's Confidant. Now, the Wardrobe is an Amethyst card. She costs 3 resources, but she is inkable. She can be placed in your inkwell. She has 3 strength, and she has 4 willpower, and she does have 1 lore. And she is very interesting. I guess maybe not that interesting, but she doesn't have an ability. You know, there are a lot of characters that do have abilities, but we are seeing more characters that don't. So she is what's called a vanilla character, where she just doesn't have an ability. I actually am a big fan of the Wardrobe, and I guess by extension, the Emerald Mickey Mouse, the Steamboat Pilot. They're literally the same card, but just in a different... Mickey Mouse is a different color, so they're in different colors. As of right now, the Wardrobe is actually pretty strong. I am in the boat, or I do have the belief, that there are characters in your deck which are going to be meant more for challenging, and then there's going to be characters in your deck which are meant more for questing and gaining lore. I think the Wardrobe is going to be meant for challenging. With her 3 strength and 4 willpower, she's able to take out a lot of characters in the early game. Captain Hook, for example, the Forceful Duelist, he cannot challenge into the Wardrobe and take her out. The Wardrobe just has one too many willpower, one too much willpower, whatever. There are some characters like Tinkerbell, Tiny Tactician, which can survive 2 hits from the Wardrobe and then also be able to take her out in return if, you know, they hit each other twice. But I mean, the Wardrobe can take out a lot of 2 and lower cost characters and survive. In most cases, the Wardrobe is going to be a 2-for-1, meaning you can use her to challenge 2 characters before she goes down, and you would have banished those 2 characters. If you play your cards right, you might even be able to get a 3rd character. If you hit something that has like low strength, something like Olaf or yesterday's card of the day, Hey, they only have 1 strength. So you can take out, like, say 2 of those and then take out something else that maybe has 2 or 3, you know, strength or willpower. And that way the Wardrobe becomes a 3-for-1. That's pretty good. I do like that. At the very least, she's taking something with her. Now, when you put her down, your opponent's going to be very hesitant to not only play characters, but to quest and exert their characters, because the Wardrobe is just going to take them out. There are a few characters, again, Tinkerbell, for example, who can survive a strike, you know, a challenge from the Wardrobe, but a lot of the characters cannot. You know, Yzma is another example. Detective Mickey Mouse, who's a 3 cost in Sapphire, cannot survive a challenge from the Wardrobe, and the list goes on. You know, as we get more characters, we're going to see, you know, the Wardrobe perhaps is able to challenge them and survive. Another good example is, say, Kristoff. Kristoff is the steel card. He has 3 strength and 3 willpower. He also costs 3, just like the Wardrobe, but the Wardrobe can challenge into Kristoff and survive. And they're both the same, like, turn cycle. Like, your opponent can play Kristoff, you could play the Wardrobe, and now your opponent says, is getting 2 lore worth losing my Kristoff for? Because Kristoff does have 2 lore, but as soon as he quests, you can just take it out with your Wardrobe, and the Wardrobe will still be around to challenge something on your following turn. So I do like her. I do think that she's like a kind of an early to mid-game powerhouse as far as challenging goes. Later into the game, that 3 strength isn't anything to scuff at. She's able to, say, pick off damage characters, because right now there's really not a lot of characters that have 6 or more strength. I'm sorry, 6 or more willpower. So if you could strike it, you know, for 3 or 4 with 1 character, and then Wardrobe can finish them off. Yes, it is a 2-for-1. I guess on your opponent's side, but if you're using your smaller costed characters, the ones with less attack or less strength, less willpower, might be a fair trade. You're saving your bigger creatures for bigger characters, you know, to gain their lore or to fight, you know, bigger things. Overall, I am a fan of the Wardrobe, at least right now. we haven't really seen any other like really good like 3-cost Amethyst cards. I don't think we will, in the sense that like I think the Wardrobe is going to have a place in a lot of Amethyst decks, just because she does provide an option to sort of protect your other characters and to really dissuade your opponent from going on quests with their own characters, which is a big thing. And, you know, I like that. She might be vanilla. She might not have a lot, you know, to offer as far as, say, quote-unquote, winning the game, like gaining lore. But she kind of stops your opponent from doing it. Yes, they might only swing, like, with their character once to gain lore, but the Wardrobe's right there to stop it. Overall, like, again, scale from 1 to 10, I think she's not bad. Like, right now, I'm giving her a solid 7. I'm giving her a solid 7. I would highly recommend putting her into all Amethyst decks, especially right now with our 60 card meta. Even in the future, when we start to get more cards, I really do like the Wardrobe, and I really do like Mickey Mouse, you know, the boat captain, the Emerald one, Steamboat Captain, Pilot, whatever. You know what I mean. The green Mickey. Both of them are good. Both are good for challenging, and they're just scary threats. They really mess with your opponent, makes them think twice about questing for lore. But yeah, I like her. I think she's not bad. You know, I think she will get replaced in the future, of course. I'm sure there'll be like power creep, and there could be a better 3-cost Amethyst card even in this set. I mean, I doubt it. Probably next set. But as of right now, like, I like her. I think she's good. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I think she's a pretty solid card. So that's what I'm gonna go with. But hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. These are fun. It's fun to, you know, spend a little bit of time just talking about a random character for my card of the day. I guess not necessarily a character, just a card. So, but anyway, yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Stay safe out there. Make good decisions, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.